Hey guys, how's it going? I am coming live with a prophetic word. I made a post or a status today where it was just a prophetic word of what I heard the Lord say. Get ready for overflow. So I'm just going live because I'm super busy today and I feel a sense of urgency on this word. And I feel like God is telling me to post it now to keep people encouraged, to keep people focused, and so that people know what he is doing. Hey Marita, how's it going? How's it going? I'm just posting this prophetic word because I usually don't really do a lot of ministry on the weekend. I typically work Monday through Fridays, but the Lord has been on me and it is very rare for me to go live on a Sunday. So I know that this is an urgent word. I actually just wrote this morning, and like I always tell you guys, I usually write my prophetic words and I let them sit and marinate for some time, but this is like, the Lord is like, no, I need you to post this right now. So yeah, it is a lot of information. A lot has happened in the last, I'm going to say 5 days. And so he's just telling me to come on. It's a new start to the week. He's moving, he's going. And so I am just being obedient. So bear with me, y'all. Like, it is a lot of information. I'm hoping it's not long. But it's just a lot of information compact in one. And so I'm just hopping on right now to just give it to you guys the way that he's giving it to me. And I hope that it helps and encourages people to keep going. So like I said, I get prophetic words. And so I tell people all the time, like, I'm a hearer, I'm a seer, I'm a knower, and I'm a feeler. So this prophetic word has a lot of it. I'm seeing visions, I'm hearing him. I'm like, he's using a lot of my senses in this. So again, a lot at one. And I always go live on my Facebook first and then I post it to my YouTube. So for my YouTube people, yeah, if you guys have questions or whatever, just put it in the comments. So yeah, I take the same video and then I upload it to my YouTube. So let me put this on mute, because every time I go live with like prophetic words, my phone just goes crazy. Hey Kendra, how's it going? I'm just getting ready to, I think I touched my camera, give this prophetic word. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because again, it's Sunday and I usually don't even go live on Sunday. So this is big, but I'm in a great mood. Like, this is great information. I'm excited. I know in my last video, this is like a continuation. Hey Shaniqua, how's it going? This is a continuation from the last status. So some people on my Facebook have been reading my statuses and seeing where God is and what he's doing right now. So this is like a continuation from the last status where it said, don't give up, the promises are coming. And so, man, I hope no one gave up, because what's happening right now is crazy. So I'm just going to give you guys like an overview of what happened in the last one. I mentioned being plugged in, like that was the biggest thing. And in my last video, I mentioned being plugged in, like a socket, like a source, being plugged into the source. And so that was where God was leading me in that moment. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Dominique. Hey, Arlene. How you guys doing? So he was leading me into being plugged in, into being connected with him, into being going deeper, even deeper with him. And that's why I kept mentioning like being plugged in that last video. Because that is what he wants us to, where he needs us to be, what he wants us to do, where we should be, like plugged in like a wall, like a phone charger in a socket. Like, if you are expecting things to happen, if you are expecting him to do these things in your life, like, you have to be plugged in like a phone, and when it's on 1% and you looking for a charger and you need to plug your phone in, like, that's how plugged in you need to be in this hour. And I have learned that. And I'm just giving it back to you guys, because like I tell you guys all the time, he usually will take me through it. And then my prophetic words are me coming from what he's taking me through. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Ruben. How you guys doing? So from there, that was the last word, where it was like, don't give up. People were feeling discouraged. I posted on my YouTube and there were so many people who felt the same way, where the enemy was just attacking them. They felt discouraged. They wanted to give up. They felt like, what's the use? What's the point? Why is God having us sit here for all this time just waiting for these promises, these things that have been spoken over my life? Why am I just sitting here waiting? Why am I wasting my time? I'm telling you guys, like, if you go to my YouTube, it's Journey to the Kingdom, and read the comments of how many people felt that way, like, it will blow your mind. And so now it was me coming with this new word. And so on the last video, I mentioned it being like a video game, where when we get to a point in the video game where it is hard, where you can't keep up, where you get to that last step where you can't break through and you're just trying to play it and you get frustrated and you're getting mad, you can't beat that last challenge. Like, like I always bring Sonic, like when you get right at the theme where you're trying to beat the game, like that's where we were last week. So if you're someone who's feeling discouraged, just know that you're like right at the point of that breakthrough. And that's what God was saying with the analogy of a video game. And so the name of this prophetic word is get ready for overflow. So again, you guys, hope you have some water because this is a lot of information, but it's been over a span of 5 days. And just to give you guys some background information, I am on my very last day of a 21-day Daniel fast. And so that is why I've been able to see it and just hear him so clearly and everything, because it's been 21 days of me being on this Daniel fast. And so the other day I made a post where I was like, this is the time to speak exactly what God is saying to you. This is the time to manifest. So I made that post the other day. And so while I'm there, I heard God say, go back and tell me everything. And I heard this, go back and tell me everything I told you. I'm going to give you everything you asked for. And so I heard that and I'm like, okay, go back and I'm going to read it again for you guys. Go back and tell me everything I told you. I'm going to give you everything you asked for. And again, I'm on this fast, so I'm hearing him clearly, like crystal clear. And so my question, what he wanted me to bring to you guys is, what has he been telling you to do? What has he been asking you to do? What are those things that you know God is saying, whether it's leave a relationship, whether it's start the business, whether it's start the ministry, whether it's start the nonprofit, whether it's to fast? Like, what are those things that you know he's telling you to do? Because those are key. Like doing those things that he's telling you are the key to these things, manifesting these promises spoken over your life. Like those are key into moving into where he's taking you or where he wants to take you. So for me, it was to fast. And I knew he had been calling me to fast. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to fast. And then I'll start. But even in my walk, like, I could never do a 21-day Daniel fast. It was like, no matter what, I could do fast. I could fast for 40 days, just water. But a Daniel fast was difficult for me. And so that was something that I had to do. Something God told me to do was to do that Daniel fast. So I did it. And so when he told me that, he said, remind me of what I told you. And what he told me is that, think about it like a child on Christmas. When you are... and I have to give you guys this information to get you to what he said. So think about a child on Christmas. When a child wants something for Christmas or they have a Christmas list and you're like, okay, Lord, like, or you tell the child is like, this is what I want. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm needing. But then you forget to write it down or you forget the list or you drop the list. So then you come back and it's like, if you could have anything for Christmas, what would you want? Like, that is what God is doing with us right now. Like, he knows it, but he's basically like, refresh my memory. Refresh my memory of what I told you. And that's what he wants us to do right now. So when we say, let him know what we're expecting, he wants to hear it. He wants us to speak it. He wants us to pray it, but he wants us to pray his word. And that is the key, is praying his word back. So for me, I heard that and he led me to Psalms 37:4, which is delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you desires and petitions of your heart. And so that's where he led me in that moment, was that as you plug into the source, as you get close to him, as you spend that time with him, as you seek him, he's going to give you the desires and the petitions that you come to him with. So, with that, I was like, okay, cool. So I go back to my old journals, and I recommend this for everyone. Go back to those old journals. Go back to those old prophecies. Go back to all of that stuff that people have spoken over your life. Go back to that. Like, if you keep a journal with the prophecy spoken over you, go back to that journal, all of it. Think about all of those things that you have asked God for, that you have heard him say to you, that people have spoken over you, and take that. I wrote a whole exact list, wrote everything out, and dug into the Bible and found scripture for everything. So when it comes to like a lot of the things that God has spoken over my life, is being able to operate in the gifts. So I went back and looked into spiritual gifts and, a house and all of that. Like, go back into that. But he's saying in this hour, like, this is what he wants us to do right now. Like, refresh my memory, bring it back to me now. Like, for me, I used to go back and I would do it, but then it would just be like prayer. Like, but now he's saying, like, right now, while he's open, while he's available, come back and do it right now. And so for me, it was like, I went through and I dug through everything. And while I was on the fast, one thing that I prayed back to him was, 1 Thessalonians 3:3, but the Lord is faithful, who will establish you and guard you from the evil one, because I had so much warfare and all of this stuff happening. And I kid you guys not, like, I saw a vision of myself with wings, And I found a feather on my floor, basically saying, like, I'm here and I'm protecting you. Like, as I'm speaking these things to him, he's showing me the things happening in my life. And so the word that he has right now for everyone is, in that moment after I saw that feather, it was just randomly a feather just sitting there after I saw myself with wings. Like, this is how he's moving right now. Like, when you pray it back right now, you're going to see it happen. And so in that moment, I heard move forward. But it was move forward because I passed the next level, or you are passing the next level, or you're doing those things that he told you to do to get to that next level of where he wants to take you. And then the Lord had me write this down. Like, he said, you are qualified. You have passed the test. Now let the past go and move forward. So basically what he's saying is let go of the pain, let go of the hurt, let go of the people, let go of everything that is holding you back. Let go of all the things that you know can't go with you where God is trying to take you. You know those things can't go with you. Why are you holding on to it? Why are you trying to keep it? Why are you trying to take it? When you know God is trying to move into your life, but you can't let go of these things. Like, those things can't go with you. And that's exactly what he was saying in that moment. It's move forward. I don't know who this is for. I don't even know. Like, I prayed. I told him to reduce me and increase him. I pray this prayer every single day. But I feel like somebody needs to let it go. I see like scissors cutting it. Like, right now, in like my vision, I see scissors cutting it. I see like being ripped apart. I see paper being balled up and thrown away. Like, this is what he's saying right now. Like, in order to get to that next level, in order to get those petitions of your heart, the desires of your heart, those things that you have been praying, and you may have been praying the word, you may have been doing all of everything that I listed. But if you are not following instructions, if you are not being obedient, if you are not doing these things the things that you know, I'm just going to say the things that you know you're supposed to do, because we know it. Most of us have conviction. Most of us know this is not something that God wants me to do. This is not something that I'm supposed to be doing right now. But then we expect God to move in our life and to do these great things. But then it's like, are you doing what you're supposed to do? And so I don't know who that is for, but you know, he really wanted me to stress that moving forward, because it was big, it was bold, it was move forward. And then after that, like I said, you guys, a lot of information in this. I've been on this fast, and it hit me like it was just so much information at once. And so right after I saw move forward, I saw myself walking through like a revolving door. Not a revolving door, a motion sensor door. You know, like if you go to Jewel or something and the door just kind of slides open. It was that. And so I saw myself walk in. And as I walked in, he had me look up what doors symbolize, and they symbolize a new path in life, a new opportunity, or a transition in your life, like moving into where he's trying to take you, like that next level, that new place. Like, I saw myself walk through this motion sensor door. And then it also said walking through a door means you will take the opportunity. So if you see yourself walking through that door, if he speaks to you about an open door, someone speaks to you about an open door, it means that you are ready and you're walking into it. So I saw myself walking into it. And for whoever is that, like, feeling like they can't go into that door, like, you probably just need to pray. You need to fast. You need to be able to let go of those things that can't go with you. And this word is for anyone. It doesn't mean that you need to be in that place or that season where it's about to happen. Like, this can be with someone who just started their walk, or this could be with someone who's about to have all of the blessings to them. It doesn't matter where you are when it comes to this door and open and walking through this door is what he's saying right now. And so for me, I walked through this door, and it was like a space center, and I saw like this elevator that was going up to this rocket. And elevators symbolize going into a higher spiritual realm or a new place in life. So you can see all of this is talking about a new place, a new level, a new. Everything in this entire vision and this word is about a new place, a new space, a new step, a new path. Like, and that is what, and even when we have been hearing, and I know a lot of people have been hearing that God is doing a new thing, like he's doing a new thing, and we are going on a new step and a new level and a new path. Like, I just feel like new is big right now, because every single thing that I'm talking about, and as I was writing this, it just kept talking about new. And so I feel like someone who's holding on to the old, like, how can you take the old into the new? You can't bring the old into the new. If you know God is calling you from the old, you have to let go of that to walk into this new thing, this new path, this new place. Whether it's a new mindset, you got to get rid of your old mindset and get a new mindset to go where he wants to take you. You have to get rid of the old relationship to get the new relationship that you're expecting. You have to get rid of the old, unforgiveness, the things that you're holding in. You don't want to let this go. You don't want to, like, release this for yourself to get this new life that he has for you. And so I feel like this new is really big right now and what he wants to do in our lives right now. So then I saw like the elevator, and elevator symbolized going into a higher spiritual realm or a new place. And when I saw that, I heard takeoff. Like I literally heard and I saw takeoff. And so then I'm like, okay, let me look up rockets, because it was like I said, I walked through these doors. It was like a space center. It was an elevator, and it was a rocket at the top. So I get on the elevator to get to the rocket, and I looked it up. Rockets symbolize a ministry or a person with great power or potential for deep things of the spirit. Rockets are capable of a quick takeoff with great speed. They are also a symbol for a quick and sudden departure from one area of life to another. So again, one area of life to another, like going into that newness, that new place, that whatever God needs to do. And I feel like a rocket doesn't necessarily need to be a ministry. It can be your business. It can be your nonprofit. It can be your whatever God is having you do. It's taking off. It's going off. It's speedy. Like you're going to look up and it's just going to be like growing like crazy. You're going to look up and you're just going to be like, where did all these people come from? How am I supposed to keep up with this? Like, that is what I saw. And before I even looked up rocket and all of this, I saw takeoff. So I know it was God showing me like where he was leading me with takeoff. But again, we go back to that new. And I didn't even realize how much new was in this when I wrote this. Now I see it. From one area of life to another one. And so, think about that. Like, I really think that he wants us to focus on whatever it is that and he's been using me for people who are building all of this businesses, whatever it is that he's called you to do. That takeoff is the takeoff that you've been waiting for. The takeoff is that takeoff that you've been building this, and you're like, Lord, I don't see anybody. Nobody's buying. Nobody's joining. Nobody's in the room. But that's the takeoff right there. Like, once this happens, once you get into position, once you let go of all of this, once you are obedient and you do those things that you know he's told you to do, that's the takeoff. And so after that, I saw that, and okay, so after I saw takeoff, I gave him my business. I gave him Journey to the Kingdom. Even though I've done this before, I said, you know what? I'm about to do all of this stuff all over again, because right now I see him doing it. So I gave him my ministry, and I kid you guys not, in my vision, I saw him with the ministry, like moving it like, what is that thing called? A Rubik's Cube. Like he was moving it around, like getting it in order, like putting it in place like a Rubik's Cube, fixing it to get lined up the right place. So I'm like, Lord, I give you my ministry. I give you my finances. I give everything back to you. And he's putting it in order and getting things together, because once we give it back to him, we allow him to come in and move into it. And so after that, I just went back and forth on everything that I prayed about. I'm telling him, Lord, I'm praying your word back to you, this, and this. So I prayed about having power and being bold and courageous. And as I'm praying that, I'm seeing in the spirit, like he's giving me a vision of a pit bull. And pit bulls are like for tenacity and being ferocious, that type of thing, like having more authority. So I'm praying this to him, and he's giving me the visions at the same time, and things are just happening. I kid you guys not. I wrap things up. I finish my prayer time. I'm telling you guys, I'm seeking. This is the time to seek. This. If you have never went after God, like this is the time to go after him right now and to wrap up those things and do it, because I kid you not, as I am praying, he's showing me confirmation on every single thing as I'm praying it. So then after that, later that day, I get a notification, and there's money transferred into my account out of nowhere. It was a financial blessing after I went back to him and I prayed all of this stuff. I prayed his word back. I gave him my ministry. I gave him all of it. A financial blessing comes through, and I'm just like, okay, because I prayed about my finances. And also, I had been under so much warfare, and just the enemy was just coming at me to get me to stop, because, I mean, like I did, like a pit bull, like more tenacity, more power, more authority, all of that was coming. So he wanted me to give up. But I also prayed for peace and joy and increase my faith. So as I'm praying about God increasing my faith, and he's showing me like a thermometer of my faith being increased as I pray. Like he showed me my faith at 125%. That is another key right now. Like we have to ask the Lord to increase our faith, because if our faith is not built up, we can't believe to expect these things to happen. Like it really has to be childlike faith right now. Like you have to believe like a child on Christmas that Santa is coming, like that these things will happen. But he's going to keep telling you, I need you to increase your faith. Like I can't move the way that I need to move in your life until you really believe it and you know I'm going to come through. So before this even happened, before the financial breakthrough, I had already saw my faith at 125%. Like, it was increasing as I'm praying. So it's really about going to the Lord, finding scripture on increasing your faith, because I'm telling you guys, like, it was just increasing. Things that I was saying was just moving and going. Like, so I really want to stress the importance of really taking the time right now to dig and to seek him and to go there, because I literally have a financial blessing that came out of nowhere. And I was just like, wow, like, that was fast, and I couldn't believe it. So then a little bit later, I felt led to go to YouTube. Like, I just felt like, okay, let me go to YouTube. And that's where I saw the most random post. It was like, Tasha Cobbs, I'm getting ready. It was posted like 2 years ago. It had like 20 views on it. Like, it was just the weirdest post. And it was like, I probably wouldn't have noticed it unless it was just a weird post. Like, it stood out to me for whatever reason. God knew I needed to see it, because I probably wouldn't have looked at it unless it stood out. And so he told me to read the lyrics to you guys. So, eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard the kind of blessings that's about to fall on me. Because victory is here. Kick defeat out the door. God's doing a new thing. Get ready for overflow. So we all know the song, but in that moment, it was just like, I knew it was from him. I heard him tell me to write this down. I wrote the lyrics down. And if we break it down, because the victory is here, the victory of making it past that level, the victory of letting go of the past, the victory of not listening to the enemy and defeating the enemy and getting where God is trying to take you. Like, that is the victory. That's where once you get past that, then that's where that overflow is coming in. So he really highlighted this to me. And so he's basically told me to tell you guys to come to him, get in position, get ready for overflow, and follow the steps he has given you. So I don't know, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's steps are different. But whatever it is that he's telling you to do, go ahead and do it. Whatever you feel as if he's telling you to finish and complete, go ahead and do it. Because after that, he led me to 2 Chronicles 20:17, where it says, position yourselves, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, who is with you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow, go against them, for the Lord is with you. So if you feel like you're getting attacked, go back and pray prayers for just protection. If you feel like you can't make it, just keep going, because right now he's saying position yourselves and stand still. And what he was saying about positioning yourself was on your knees, fasting and praying, expecting to see your breakthrough in your life happen. And so from there, once I said that, I'm like, okay, Lord, so is there anything you want me to do with this? But he really, I feel he's telling me to read it again. Position yourselves, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, who is with you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow, go out against them, for the Lord is with you. So I want to stress, stand still. Like, don't move. Don't let your faith waver. Stay where you are. Stay expecting. Like, and, another thing that he told me is that if anyone feels like he's called you to fast or to do a fast, he told me to start a 10-day Daniel fast, because I'm coming off of this 21-day, but I'm taking a break next week. But if anyone's interested and you feel like God is telling you to fast and you're having a hard time fasting, you feel like you need community, because right now it's big about community and doing it together. So if anyone feels like you need community or other women or people to help you fast, if that's something that you need to do, fasting and praying into this, he told me to start a fast Monday, November 30th to Thursday, November 10th, a 10-day Daniel fast. So if there's anyone who needs, and he had me mention this, if you need a breakthrough, if you're in a difficult situation, or you have a genuine desire to draw closer to God, if you are in those places and you feel like you need a breakthrough in your life, you don't know, you don't have answers, let me know. Just write it in the comments if you're interested and you want to join. There's a few women who I already mentioned it to and they want to do it. But again, this 21-day fast has been life-changing. It has just been me seeking him and growing stronger in him. And like, my gifts have increased and my faith has increased. And just, I know like things are coming from this, because I was able to break through in this 21-day fast, but he mentioned an 11-day fast. So he also had me highlight demand your blessing, like capital letters. I don't know if you guys see it at the bottom, but capital letters, go to him and demand your blessings. And so after that, in the end, I went back and I had my full list of things that I was demanding. And I'm like, Lord, I demand this. I'm using authority in prayer. I list everything off. You guys. So I saw a vision of like God, like his hands like clapping. I saw clapping. So I've never seen clapping before, and I know if it's something that I don't know, more than likely, like, I'm like, let me go look it up. I look it up and it said, clapping is a symbol of approval. And then I heard him say, go demand your blessings. And so approval, as in he approves what I'm saying, it's within his will, his perfect will and everything. Because it's the things that already have been spoken over me or the things that I've been hearing him say. And so approval was just like, wow, like, man, like I went through this. I was able to push through. I didn't let go. I was able to really come back and say, you know what, I'm going to go and demand my blessings because I know that this is something that God told me to do. And just to see clapping was just like, yeah. So just know, like, even though we are in the middle of this pandemic and everything that's going on, I read an article the other day that said that people would not be able to renew their unemployment benefits and all of this, but we can see that God is still moving. As long as we stay close to him, he's going to provide for his people, his children. And so I really want to stress the importance to not look at what you see. I feel like I say it a lot. Don't look and focus on what you see right now. Focus on what you heard God say to you. Focus on what you know and just take that back to him right now, because that is the key. And again, had I not believed, had I not wanted to move forward, and had I not think about last video where the enemy was coming for my finances. I couldn't find my wallet. Things were all over the place and I was getting frustrated. But I had to take a step back and say, okay, hold on. Like, I know the enemy only wants to come for my faith, my finances, and my family. So let me go deeper with God. Let me plug in. Let me plug my phone in and charge it back up, get it where it needs to be. And once I did that, like once I went after him, like everything was just opening up. And so, like I said, that approval. And I feel like after this, I was in my prayer closet, and like as I'm praying, I used to like Jennifer Lopez when I was younger, Jenny from the Block. And it was like, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm just Jenny from the Block. Used to have a little, now I got a lot. Like, that is how he's about to bless people. Like, even if we think about from the pit to the prison to the palace, like, it's about to be like that, where you may be, I don't know, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know where your next bill is being paid. And then you just look up and he starts to bless you because you've been obedient and you did everything that he told you to do. So I really want to stress the importance of that, because I've seen it. I saw him come through with a financial blessing. I saw him come through and give approval. And I just really wanted to hop on today to encourage people to keep going and to not let go and to not let the enemy distract you and keep you from getting the blessings that you know God has for you. Because I feel like he is really trying. He is doing everything that he can. But if you feel that heat, pressure makes diamonds. Pressure bursts pipes. Pressure is what's going to get you there. Like, if you feel that pressure on you, then you know you're close. Like, when that heat starts to come, and you're just like, man, I don't know if I could take it, Lord. Just know, like, within 5 days, I had a breakthrough. I think I posted that last video 5 days ago. Like, within 5 days of me being like, man, like, I'm really getting hit right now, I had a breakthrough in 5 days. So I wanted to hop on because, again, I usually don't hop on Sunday. So that says a lot that I'm going live on a Sunday anyway. I want to check my comments because I saw a couple of people write, you definitely in my Kool-Aid. I had a dream about an elevator too. Didn't know what it meant, but now I do. Oh, you had a dream about an elevator cord? You know, I post these words and everybody tells me, like, I had a dream about a washing machine. I had a dream about an elevator. Like, the things that I see, people see it at the same time. So, you know, I mean, it lines up. So if you saw an elevator, yeah, you are right there. I just had a financial blessing too. See, like, I'm telling you guys, like, God is moving. Dominique just said she just had a financial blessing too. And you just don't even expect it. And you see it and you just like, what? Like, where did this come from? Yes, Stephanie. So pray to increase your faith, because I saw, as I was praying, it was increasing at that time. And in the mighty name of Jesus, awesome word, no problem. Kendra, I demand my blessings. Yep. So just know, you guys, like, it is happening. He is doing it. I hope this word encourages people, so share it. If you feel like you know people, just share it, because I know, I'm telling you guys, if you go on my YouTube, so many people are discouraged right now. So many people want to give up. So many people are just like, I've been holding on, but Lord, I can't do it. So share this so that it can help encourage other believers who may feel like they can't do it anymore, and just to keep them going. No problem, Joseph. Hey, Sharice, how's it going? But again, that's pretty much all that I have. So if you are interested in Daniel Fast, if you are looking for a breakthrough in your life, then just leave me a comment, whether it's on YouTube, leave me a comment. If it's on Facebook, let me know, because it's going to be a group of us. And I want to show you guys prophetically, like, how prophetic all of this is. Like, He told me to move forward. He told me to all of this new. Like, my journal just ended with this prophetic word. Like, I don't, like, this is the end of this journal. I mean, I use journals. I write all the time. But my journal, when he told me to move forward, this is the end of this journal. Like, I'm on the last page today. I'm on the last day of my fast. I'm on the last page of this journal. And I'm moving forward into a new journal, into this new path, into this new whatever. So I thought that this spoke so much. The fact that I'm just like wrapping up this journal today. You can see here like something that I wrote today. But yeah, so I'm excited. I hope that this has encouraged you guys. I hope that it has given you guys like information to really move into and to go there. I'm going to read it back. Someone asked, like, what does the elevator mean? So elevators symbolize going into a higher spiritual realm or a new place in life. So if you watch it back, like, you'll see how we just talk about new. Everything is just new. But a new, a higher spiritual realm or a new place in life. So it was an elevator taking me up to a rocket. My grandma came to me clapping her hands. Thank you, Lord. Like right now or earlier. I'm telling you guys, like the things that I see and everything happen, like people literally, my YouTube will come and write me back like this just happened and everything you said is this and this. So it still blows my mind, like still blows my mind. But like I said, if it's clapping, all of that, like just know if you see clapping, you hear it out of nowhere, it's God saying yes. So it was basically like him putting a stamp on it, like, okay, cool, that's good. So I am good. I just have to get this word out. I'm going to go because I'm just super excited. I'm just like next level excited. Like I'm super expectant. I can't wait to see God move in my life. And the fact that I had this word yesterday and my pastor literally preached this same exact idea to like today is just still blows my mind. Like talking about financial blessings and breakthrough and to go and demand and pray his word back. Like I wrote this yesterday and then my pastor said this today at church. So no, Friday the 13th on my birthday. See, I'm telling you. So just know, like, it is happening. You have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to be obedient and do everything that he told you to do. Follow those steps. Believe or have faith. All of the same. Follow instructions and be obedient and pray it back. Like, literally. You may do it. You may speak it. You may even say, Lord, like, say these things. But it's different. Like, it's really about being in that posture, in that position and doing it, like, and doing it in that order. I just restarted my journey with God. I cannot wait to be on the next level of spirituality. Just know, I mean, like I said, this word can be for someone who started or someone who's like about on the brink of their blessing. So just know, if you just hopped on, watch it back. But I'm excited. I want you guys to be excited. I want you guys to stay expectant. I want you guys to see these blessings and demand your blessings. So we will see what comes next. But I had to hop on and share this word before I went out and got my day started. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.